Hello, and welcome to the channel. My name's Teeter, and today we continue on with Timberborn. Last time on the channel, we dabbled in aquatic farming and spent a lot of time trying to survive a bad water session because we have new water routing techniques that we are not used to dealing with yet. So today we'll continue figuring that out, I think. Trying to survive and thrive and have fun. Been a lot of flooding going on ever since putting in the floodgates near the one water source. But we're going to try to get ahead of that if we can in this episode. So as you can see, I left things kind of running a bit at the end of the last episode. The only kind of addition that I've added is these levees to try to let us raise the water level here. I haven't. This is still set at our 1.4, which was like the sweet spot before. But we're still getting some flooding this way. Also, I managed to learn something at the end of last episode. You can actually only plant stuff if the water is less than a block high. So I had a period where this evaporated enough to allow things to grow, but all this flooding kind of caused it to get undone. So I need to kind of build more levees, I think, to try to even things out across the water. My goal is basically to make it... Oh, sorry for the camera jerking here. I kind of want to make it so that we mirror the height on the other side of the water, so we can kind of gain the spots over the ground, if that makes sense. So for example, I want this side of the water to match this height, kind of all the way across. Camera movements are so quick right now, I apologize. But we are kind of out of wood, so we're struggling a little bit resource-wise. Wood always seems to be my most limited resource, and it's because I start building a bunch all at once. Hi, are you gathering chestnuts by chance? Or are they just not? Maybe there aren't chestnuts on these trees. They look like they are. It looks like there are. Oh, those trees aren't in range for this gatherer. Oh. Well then. Let's change that. Oh wait, maybe I can't change it. I was mistaken. I'll just have to have another gatherer here, I suppose. I actually put a gatherer flag in this little gap. And this will prioritize chestnuts. And then this can prioritize like dandelions and stuff. Am I storing dandelions anywhere? I guess I'm not. Means I guess I should start. Just trying to figure out how I would do that. Oh yeah, look at that. These are chestnuts. Okay. Well, I think it's time that I set up a grill then, so we can start grilling the chestnuts that are here. We'll just plop that, plop it right here, I guess. Right in front of everything. And then, yeah, for dandelion storage, I guess I'll just put a storage space right here. I would like to have an herbalist come over here. I guess I should also have another forester to replant these berries. I really just need a small cluster of everything that the herbalist needs. The herbalist, however, is going to need paper, which is something I'm not currently making. Paper you make at a paper mill, it just turns wood into paper. I suppose we can do that on this side of the water. Science points are no longer a limiting factor for me. So we are going to have a tree farm back here eventually. It keeps getting flooded a little bit, but not the end of the world. I think this provides enough power. Oh wait, this is dramatically slower than before now because of what's going on up here. Let's lower this and see if that changes. So this will kind of stop being flooded, which is definitely ideal. I should cap this off though, to retain some of the water for gardening purposes. Grilled spatter dock. Oh, we're gonna need two, because I'm also gonna need to grill chestnuts. Forgot that you can't have a grill just do everything. Maybe you can grill the chestnuts, actually. Changed my mind. The cattail is also used for cookery. I forget what the cookery for cattails is. Oh, cattail flour. That's right. That's what these grist mills are meant to be for. And then this will be for our paper, which means I should make somewhere to store the paper. Paper is stored in a warehouse. Needed to double check that fact. I guess I can just put that warehouse right here and make it for paper. There it is. Paper is also used to make books. I guess I could store somewhere else. We are starting to run low on beavers, so I could maybe set up another section of housing down here. But again, we are running low on wood. So maybe we should branch off and start trying to get this wood, which in itself will require some stairs. I also keep halting gear production, it seems like, because we never seem to have any gears. Well, a tad resource heavy, but we'll path up here to get more wood, as it does kind of pay for itself in short time. I would like to cut all of these dead trees, please. And I would like one... Oh, however, so I was going to say one pair of lumberjacks to do it. Unfortunately, without facing to the right, we can't reach all of that. But we'll just have to start here and then move the flags a bit. We need wood desperately, so we'll make these the highest priority to build when daytime comes back around. Okay, so it looks like these can be planted now, because evaporation has caused this to empty. We can keep this under control ourselves using what's called fluid dump. It's set a fluid dump up along the water, or yeah, against the water. And basically what will happen is you can choose to dump water into a place. And I don't know what the frequency is, but the idea is that when this starts getting too low, we can turn this on. And it will fill enough water to keep our plants healthy. I'll make this a high priority workplace, but we'll basically just turn it off. I guess I'll lower the priority of this gatherer flag as well, because we're not really gonna need chestnuts all the time. Just like we don't need these guys to harvest 2 oak trees all the time. I guess I'll get rid of one of these. And then I can alter the pathing here to match that I did that. Actually, now that I say that, we can adjust how this looks and works too. I think I'd prefer to do that. So I will make my paper mill face this way, because it looks a little bit more tidy to me. The paper goes into here. Actually, oh, that's fine. Nitpicking, I guess. No storage space available for scrap metal. Oh yeah, that's right. We wanted to... Where am I storing metal blocks? Am I storing metal blocks? I think I was originally going to do that down here, and then I moved everything. Make one of these for scrap metal, one of these for metal blocks. Then I guess we'll mark this to obtain goods. We'll mark each of these to... Oh, we already have to supply goods. The metal will come from up here and fill into here, which is nice. And then 2 of these will turn into 1 of these via this smelter. But we're limiting resource, as always is wood. And also, I guess, workers. Well, not really. We have 10, up to 10 haulers. We have 2 builders' huts, which is, I'm very thankful for, because we're constantly building, it seems like. We're also constantly in need of wood, which I guess that means we should unpause this lumberjack flag. I don't know why I ever did that. It might have been so it didn't go into the water to get wood or something. I'm not really sure. This lumberjack flag was really only here to get all of these oak trees that are no longer here. And I don't know... I think I should get rid of this large pile so that this guy brings all the wood this way instead of this way. This is set to accept goods. That's absolutely fine. This was obtaining so that we could make... I think it was the floodgates, because the levees only cost logs. I think we don't need to do that anymore. We can bring our plank production closer to where the planks are being used. Which probably means we could... it's a bit hasty, but we could cut into our carrot production. I think we're completely topped off on carrots by a long shot. Could actually put storage across the water if we had a gap leading to the water, which we actually do right here. Maybe that'll be more fun. Put a couple platforms down right here, which ironically use planks. Oh, but storage is 3 panels deep. I can put more levees or whatever down to build on, but it's going to be a little hanky. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that means we can actually put storage on here, which is a little silly, but game's lagging. And actually, we can build on top of the levee then, just to get a bit of a transfer avenue through here, I guess. So this can store planks. This can store planks. This can store, I don't know, something. I could move the scrap metal and stuff over here, actually. Maybe I'll do that. Do the scrap metal and the metal production back here. And then we'll clear these out in case we need more water or whatever in the future, because we're going to make more housing, which I said earlier and never did. So many things to juggle. Constantly. One, 2, 3, 4. It does fit. And then the stairs can come from there. Now this is connected kind of up here, which is interesting. I won't forget the paths, don't worry. This area looks a little bit silly now. The way that the paths are, but that's fine. Have some wood coming from up there. We will soon have quite a bit of wood coming from down here. Maybe I should set up a second lumberjack flag down here. That might be smart, and it might also be smart to just do it right in this area where I don't intend to grow anything. Just as long as it reaches a good number of these trees. And just as long as we confirm that these trees are not marked to be cut. Because these trees are meant to be harvested for chestnuts. I said I was going to pause this building. That's still true. I also said I was going to put a forester over here to maintain our berry stuff. I don't like how this looks, so I guess that means I will do that then. So I will mark a lot of these for destruction. We'll have the forester maintain what crops go where. So firstly, we'll demolish these berries and anything below this. And then when it comes to planting trees and bushes, we'll just plant blueberries in a square similar to dandelions. I guess I'll mark the other ones for demolition too. To keep like nice little squares, you know. It's too far and can't be reached. Yeah. I guess I should have expected that they'd say that. A little bit silly to do it this way, but one of these. Or actually, yeah, and we'll just do that. Something like that. Now we do have a drought going on, and I did not block the water off here, because I honestly wasn't... Wait, no, we're not in the middle of a drought yet. We're about to be. Hello. Why do we not have water coming this way? Oh, because it's all going this way. Right. Okay, let me go to our magic 1.4 real quick to fill this back in. And then once we have a decent amount of water going this way, I'll cap it back off. I don't want it to flood. It is just about there, so we'll reduce this again. I forgot to put paths on here. None of our resource gathering has really been happening, I guess. Okay. Now that we're in a drought, this should block at least 1.4. And then we should retain water on both sides. Perfect. This poor tree is going to dry in 2 weeks. It's the only one that's outside of the range, it looks like, of everything. And then at one point I flooded this. We were able to plant all these wheat seedlings, but, you know, they weren't actually meant to be planted. These guys are done with their wood collection, so I'll move a lumberjack flag further down. Here should be fine as long as I can path to it, which I think I can from these dead trees. This can just be demolished. Oh wait, this doesn't actually reach all the way. I lied. Can you construct it maybe 1 block over? I was mistaken. Yeah, thank you. Someone will come work here immediately. Just permanently getting metal from here. Although it looks like we're gonna start running out of resources here unless I put a stairway up. Also wood to come get this way. We don't really need... I guess we do need metal, but we're gonna have 230 some according to this. We're gonna have over 200 normal metal bars if we continue to produce them. Gatherer flag lacks workers. That is okay. The grill is lacking chestnuts. That is expected. Pause you. Buildings lack power. Yeah. Let me take a quick peek at our resources and see what's going on. 74 paper. And I believe we have berries and dandelions. Not many, but we have some. So that's everything we need in order to make an herbalist. I almost said a herbalist. Could you believe that? An herbalist. Now, where? I guess here is fine. Doesn't matter all that much. Planks and gears to make this. We have a whopping 10 gears because I don't have gear storage anymore. Oopsies. Well, that can go on this little barge we have too. Prefer to put it somewhere where I don't block this interesting little path that I've made, but it's like that might not be an option. Unless, of course, I build another platform or something here, which I guess I'll do. Slap it right there. Path across through this area. Make this a gear warehouse. Now, of course, this isn't going to matter until we can process stuff, and without any power, we can't do any of that. Not having power for 5 days is a little annoying, but it'll at least allow us to bolster our wood intake from our various wood areas here. So I think this should maybe be marked to supply other things. And some of our wood places in town should be marked to obtain. Especially because this turns into all of this. Or maybe because of the proximity to other things, this should be obtaining logs. And this should just accept logs as they come from there. My beavers are happier than ever? You don't say. That was temporary. It's because of the different foods that we're making. Oh yeah, bread. How do you make bread? Oh, wheat at a bakery. You don't say. Well, hey, we can get our bakery up and running. Bakery does not require power, just like the grills don't. I don't know why I spaced these out. That's bothersome to me that I did that. I would like to unlock the bakery, because it doesn't require power. The bakery takes all this wheat that's over here. Oh, I think I meant to put the bakery over here, because I think I originally thought it was powered. It's not. But that's fine. I'll just put the bakery here. Oh, I don't know. Nothing connects together in ways that I prefer. Doesn't really matter that much, does it? So the bakery can just go in this weird little nook that's here, even though it doesn't require power. Just slap it in here, connect it on up. Oh wait, I'm gonna need 3 bakeries. We'll put them all along this road then. Never mind. And maybe I should move my wheat production. My wheat flour. Oh, it's because it's coming out of these grist mills. That's why I did that. And actually, if I put my bakeries where these trees are, we'd be all set. Where's food? Bakery. Do they fit here? If not for trees? Oh, well, only 2 of them would. Maybe we'll do it right here. This little bakery lane. Batterdock chestnuts. Herbalist. And the bakeries take this wheat and other resources. Bread, cattail crackers, maple pastries. Oh, we need to start gathering maple from a tapper. Tapper's shack. To gather pine resin and maple syrup. And that'll primarily happen over here, methinks. Even though then the maple will have to get transferred over here. That's what our haulers are for. So we'll make a storage area. I think tanks hold syrup. Maple syrup. Maple syrup. Oh yeah, what's the second tier for tanks? Oh, it only cost gears and planks. I should have been using these ages ago. Oh well. So even though I don't think you'll ever fill it. Actually, I literally don't think that it'll ever fill it. I was gonna say... Oh, wait. I didn't realize that, What is this? Oh. Pine resin gets stored in boxes. Pine resin, I think, is actually very useful because it makes treated planks. 1 plank and pine resin makes treated planks. Okay, so kind of wanted to put it right here, to be honest. Although, where do treated planks go? Treated planks probably go on one of these flats. Oh, I don't know. The resource management in this area is a nightmare. Self-inflicted nightmare, mind you, but a nightmare nonetheless. They should supply stuff. Actually, they should just not be here, to be fair. I have plank storage in town. I have plank storage in the water. Supply. This should 100% obtain goods. This is obtaining goods. This is obtaining goods. Why is this obtaining goods? Oh, for the levee building purposes. That makes sense, I guess. Uh-oh. We run out of water in our main area here during our drought. That's going to be in effect for 3 more days. We're going to lose all of our potatoes, all of our carrots. That's not good. How did I allow that to happen? I think I pumped it all out. And also this not being a dam, I think, allowed for that to happen. Bummer. Well, now we're going to absolutely hemorrhage our water. 80 beavers. Drinking 500 units of water across 3 days. Brutal. How did that happen? This is completely dried out up here. How's this doing? This looks like it's mostly evaporated too. I wonder how fast evaporating happens. I mean, when you're super fast forwarding everything, I'm sure everything happens too fast. Nothing to do in range. Oh, you're all done. Thank you for your wood choppery. You could chop more wood up there, I guess, but I'd have to build just stairs to get there. I guess I could do, but that's a lot of unnecessary planks. 18 logs. I guess I'll let people gather before I demolish this section here. Like they've done it. Alright, so I'm worried about our water intake for 1 day. Actually, I think we're okay. But I should start upping my water storage. Which, now that this is all dead, I guess I'll forfeit that column of stuff. I will clear these resources. And then we'll replace a lot of these with double storage tanks, because they hold far more. And then once we start getting treated wood, we can, make the better water pump. Storage will make... How many tanks can we put here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I dip into this area, which I'm willing to do. And because all these are empty, I guess that means I should just demolish them all. Problem, of course, is going to be that I don't currently have gears. Because all these buildings are... whatever you'd call it. Not functioning. Wait, those fit here perfectly. Never mind. I miscounted. I didn't realize you could click on this question mark and get the floating window up here. That's really cool. Having your little resource menu up is very useful. So yeah, we pumped a ton of water out during the drought, and I think that was a problem. Unless, of course, we raise our water level, but, I mean, that can't be done. We'd have to lower the ground, I guess, with dynamite or something, eventually. But I think we'll survive this drought, even though they're only going to get longer than that. And that'll be bad. That happens. Okay, let's review what we're doing. Our bakeries are not yet built. Are we tapping stuff yet? No, but we're gonna be. I was going to make... I guess I'll make 2 small tanks that supply here. Maple syrup. Maple syrup. And then these tanks are meant to obtain. Okay. That's the maple sorted. Now we need the pine resin sorted. Supply pine resin. There it is. And that's going to be to a treatment plant, which will probably be over here. I'm going to have to path around somehow. Maybe just go over a power source. Maybe we'll just do... Maybe right here we'll do stairs. Oh no, I need stairs, a platform, and then more stairs. Oh, bother. Stairs, a platform, and more stairs if I'm going to do it the way I was thinking. Build the power over the road, I guess. There's these like solid power sources that you can use. They're a little bit more wasteful than the normal power shaft. You could just back this staircase up one, I guess, and put a platform there. A little silly. I'm essentially just trying to plan how I'd move power across this road or across a road. Power shafts and stuff. I mean, I could just set up a new power supply stuff over here. It just won't be as strong as all that. I kind of like having all my power together if I can. How wide are the water wheels? The 2 blocks? Oh no, they're only 1 block wide. I got rid of this path under here, which is, I think, officially serving no purpose. We could put more water wheels in here. Let's do that. I mean, I need the path under here in order to reach and build these, but... Power wheel? I'd like a water wheel. Wait, this is too wide. Oh man, never mind. Never mind. I don't need that path under here anyway, but never mind. The dream is gone. I guess I could put power wheels where it starts to narrow as well. Or I could put them on this side and connect them all together somehow, I guess. Hard to say. Hard to say what the best move is. We welcome back the water, though. Welcome back, water. You were dearly missed. Hit our floodgate and fill this up. Set to 1.4, that's the magic number. Start flowing this way, as expected. Oh wait, I need to uncap this or we're gonna get flooding. Yoink. Ah, the flooding. Ah, the flooding. It's gonna fill this and kill all of these, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's brief. Oh, it's looking brief. Cool. It kind of just topped this off then a little bit. And then, yeah, how do we retain enough water in here so that we don't have a bad time? Maybe a floodgate somewhere in relation to this platform or something? What happens if this is full? Nothing, I think. And that's because of the sister dams that it has. Look at how fast the water moves through here. That's a fun sight, isn't it? Wait, it's flooding again. Why? Why? I didn't do anything. I didn't change anything. Maybe 1.4 isn't the magic number here. 1 1/4, maybe? I don't appreciate how much water keeps spilling through here when the waters get adjusted. That should all evaporate, though, I'm pretty sure. Actually, this looks like it has almost no water in it. I am confused. Also, we've got to recoup our water losses, man, so I should probably make more water pumps after all. We could make enhanced water pumps if we start getting pine resin, so this needs gears. Are we making gears? Yes. We only have 33 planks, though. One good news is that the smelter doesn't actually use planks, it uses logs. I might need another gear making place. Which is interesting. Thinking. Trying to think about like our pathing and stuff. We could make a path going through here to the resources too, and then we can scrap all of this cut through. This also makes it closer to get to this side of things when the time comes. What are our gears being used for as they get made? What are the gears being used for when they get made? Should be these. But as we can see, oops, it hasn't been these. Where are the gears going? If I bring up my prioritization menu, we should be able to see that. Actually, I haven't prioritized anything. We'll make the bakeries lower priority. Water storage, I think, should maybe start being a high priority. We'll make 2 of these very high, 2 of them normal, and 1 of them lower. The tapper, I think, can stay a normal priority. And then I don't know. Oh yeah, my forester needs to replant some, not sunflowers, sorry. Dandelions. Dandelion. There we go. We might benefit from another lumberjack flag out here, because this is where most of our wood is coming from now, and they're not exactly they're not exactly wiping this entire forest on their own. And I guess just for evenness sake, we can put it right where this maple tree is. If I do that, we can put another lumberjack flag right here. Like so. Now we can just get more and more wood. Alright, what's next? We have so much wheat being made. Maybe I do need the bakeries up and running. Our wheat production is off the charts, which is good to see. Our potato production is also off the charts. I mean, you can even see it up here. Potatoes are a resource. These are our edible foods. Grilled chestnuts are struggling. Carrots are struggling. That's interesting to see. I think they were probably just all eaten during the drought. They're still being grown and stuff here. Harvested. Sunflower seeds, no surprise, we have literally none. Our grilled potatoes are gonna carry though in a little bit, I think. Might mean we could use another grill. Kinda hard to tell though. We are harvesting spatter docks and stuff. It's cool to see. Dare I focus on more water manipulation? I think the only thing I should do really is just build dams here. So they let some water through over here, but they don't. Well, I guess that's what these dams are for, but they didn't prevent the water from being lost up here. Even though it's at the same level, that's a little confusing to me. Building lacks materials. Yeah, I suppose you would, huh? I mean, we've already made... They came and went, but we already made some grilled spatter docks and stuff. For printing paper, I guess we could use paper for more than just what the herbalist provides, which, by the way, I should probably make storage for the antidote, because we're gonna run out of places to put it. So, make another medium tank we can't afford, and fill it with antidote. In the off chance that our beavers start getting contaminated. Power supply 168. Yeah, see, this is like absolutely thriving over here. So if we could somehow connect all this together, it wouldn't really be the worst thing. But how would I manage that? Is the real question. I think I need to get rid of this series of roads that are right here in favor of other cross sections or crossways. Problem is, from like this side of town across the water, this is like the only way we have at present. I could put a path through here somehow. It does require going through the water though, which is generally not the most ideal thing to do, especially during bad tides and stuff. But it might be worthwhile to do. Oh, but I can't. That's right. The way that this snakes through here. I have to put platforms down to go over here. We can. Whatever. Just another something to do. So now people could go this way to get over here and to get over here. Don't really need to go this way because we have a cut through here. So let me scrap, even though it's like the most treaded path, scrap all of that. So now I can build along and underneath here without interrupting a watery path. And I guess just for funsies we could do this. So now I'm gonna need, where is it? I'm gonna need solid power shafts, and we'll use them somewhat sparingly if we can. But the idea is to try to build our power upward into these. So if I make more platforms, specifically from here to there, I'll be able to build all that, and then I can connect power sources across all of these, and then a power source in here, under here. We're basically just trying to connect to this area. Do one of the expensive power shafts here, marry the top and bottom, then we'll slap a water wheel. And as long as this connects to this other building somehow, which I guess will have to happen via a power shaft, we'll have several power shafts or water wheels over here, and we just need to kind of connect them this way. If I do put another one here, I guess I would need more power shafts and stuff to connect. And I think I'm okay with that for the power benefits we'd get. Vertical power shaft, and then some normal power shafts. If I were to build vertical power shafts above all of these, we could even put some windmills down, which would get power when there's no water flowing. There's an idea. Now I don't know how high we would need to build in order to put a windmill down. Also, we can actually afford to make large windmills. And those also only take up 1 block, which I'm shocked to see. And they can fit just about anywhere. Oh my, wait, this is huge. We can use these in place of vertical power shafts. Holy cow. What a discovery. So now we just connect these power shafts here, and we're golden. The only thing that's going to make this not golden is if we build these in the wrong order and can't reach stuff. So, let's prioritize. These can be reached from the road, I think. Tell me if I'm wrong. We'll make these the highest priority to make, followed by these, like this column of stuff. Is too far from blah blah blah. Right. We're gonna need a path into the water after all, just temporarily. I'll make one just here. It's gonna look super out of place, so I'll know. There, I'll make it look really goofy, so I'll know to come clear that whole section out. And then all of this needs to be built before the rest. Then this has to be a higher, these under here have to be a higher priority than these. Alright, we'll see how it all works. I don't know. Very resource heavy, but we've got wood. really not pumping a lot of water, and I think it's because... I was gonna say it's because the water storage is low, but I don't think that's true. I think we're just drinking a lot of water. We'll see if this number goes up over the course of the day or goes down. We're at the start of the day, so 260 at the start of the day. We'll wait until nighttime hits to see what our struggles might be. Our carrots are really getting hammered. I'm surprised to see. Carrots, of course, can't be processed any further in any way. I'm not really worried about that. I think I'd like for this to get completed. Where are the gears being spent? Oh, here. On these. This is where the gears are going. Should I make a second? I think I do want to make a second, series of powered buildings here. So I guess we go back to our little power grid to figure out what that's gonna look like. And I think really we just connect around here now that we have these kind of bougie power shafts. Put one here. Can you build a windmill next to a building? You can! Oh, that's exciting. I guess we'll just put a windmill here, and then we'll connect it to another. Actually, you know what? For the sake of uniformity... Nah, never mind. We will put the other gear thing over here. It's gonna look a little, you know, off-kilter, but... it's fine. Do I need 2 gear workshops? No, that would be overkill. So I guess this was the power episode. I don't know. We mostly did this instead of water management. And that might be fine, because I still feel like I don't have a clue what to do about all of this. I can maybe levy off something here, just so we can store water in these other sections. I could levy dam each of these sections, actually. Something like in this spot, fill with levees and dams. And in the next shelf, levees and dams. Probably most effective in this row instead of the row catching it. So we levy. Oh no, I guess it's just levy dam. It's my bad. Levy dam. And then here we also levy dam. And then here we also levy dam. But this of oh, it's levy dam. Oh, see, that's the difference maker. Oh, and there we also levy dam. Look at that. Shows how much I'm paying attention. Well, actually, we're not really looking at the heights, are we? From where I'm at. Levy dam. So basically at every, like, shelf in here, we hold water. And then hopefully that way, when I reduce stuff here, it's a little less impactful throughout. Or if I, you know, block it off, it's less impactful throughout. I should theoretically do something similar over this way. Although I think the idea is we need more water to be kind of dispersed this way. I should maybe build a wall before the ground. Kind of like we were doing over here. Try to build this up a bit. Oh yeah, I was going to match this. I forgot I was going to match across the water. Maybe I should map that out real quick before I forget. And then we'll call it an episode. So like this, for example, goes up a little bit higher. Oh god, when you're zoomed out, the movement is very quick. Drought approaching, yeah, you know. That would happen. Also, I don't know if the water comes through diagonals or not. Guess I won't know. Is that everything? If I just... Beavers, if I double up these walls. We'll see. And of course, your workers can't reach certain ones of these. I think it's all these down here. I slap some stairs here. And maybe figure out... They're pathing through the scrap metal. Somehow. That's interesting to see. But I'll just set up a path like along here, I guess. And then I gotta destroy 2 trees, it looks like. 1, 2. Prioritize, prioritize. Water. We actually gained water today from our pumps, so I really shouldn't be worried about it. Apologies, I kind of just sat here and watched some of this play out. So we kind of have a plan here for our water management. It seems that way we can kind of put more water coming this way, maybe. I mean, ideally we would do that all the way down here, right? We would just have the same height for an entire channel, but we have all these trees and stuff here that are going to be affected. So we'll have to worry about what the lower half of this looks like eventually. Because this water is just flowing and flowing and flowing through here. But we have a bit of a plan for our water management. This says it lacks power because we're not building these power sources yet. And it's because... Oh, I didn't connect these. That's part of the reason. Or did I? No, I did not. Meant to, but I didn't. So, let's maybe do that real quick. Yoink. What do our priorities look like? Oh, this just isn't prioritized. I'll make these high priority too, I guess. Out of everything going on, we have 4 unemployed beavers. Oh, the drought is starting. I wasn't paying attention to that either. 8 days this drought's gonna be. That's kind of brutal. Should have been paying attention to the fact that that was starting. Well, the first thing I do whenever a drought starts, of course, is I have to cap up my water down here. And I should do so maybe slowly. That slowly? I don't know. I don't want to cause a backup. I think is what's happening already. 80% is probably safe. So the flood's gonna, or the drought's gonna last for 8 days. And I'm afraid that This is only a 1 block height thing of water. I'm afraid that this is going to drain. Especially if we pump it. Maybe I should pause my water pumps during the drought. Most of them. I'll pause all but like maybe 1 or 2. I don't know how much water they pump in a day is the thing. I just don't want to completely drain this. We'd have no additional water to supply to it. Maybe I should set up water pumps in here where we're able to kind of cap the water off. Or maybe I should maybe put some floodgates over here so that we can fill these to our heart's content and I don't have to worry about this. Maybe that's the really real answer. But somewhere in here I can place a floodgate or a series of floodgates and have it be basically able to fill this all the way to where all these levees are. I think that's the most ideal thing. Looks like they start to drop off here, so maybe if I can get some floodgates here. Triple floodgates, that is. Something like that. And then we'd have to just kind of levee to the wall. So we would do some levees to kind of match this. Something like that, I think. Of course, we have to be able to get over here, so figure out pathing as well. How much do the drawbridges or whatever cost? It's a 4 wide gap. 616 stuff. A little bit silly, but something like that could work, I guess. Oh yeah, this path can be built too. I didn't realize this was ready. Oh, there's still a tree in the way. Go around it, I guess. A little goofy, but anyway, we're over an hour. My bad. My little period of idling there and distraction was the cause of this, I suppose. But anyway, so next time we will focus more on our water efforts, I think. Because we already have a lot of our farming kind of underway and our wood storage and stuff. So we'll work on that, and then I think we'll consider making our way up here and thinking about what to do with the bad water. But our population seems okay. We're not exactly eating through all of our food and stuff. We have some food in the backlog to be made specifically. Oh no, actually we're almost out of potatoes. We're gonna have to start getting our bakeries online then, it looks like. Are they built yet? No. We need gears. And my gear production is lacking. Oh well. We'll worry about all that next time. But anyway, if you made it this far, I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy content like this, please feel free to check out the rest of the content on my channel, as well as coming on by my Twitch page, where we play games like Timberborn and many others all the time. I thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you take care. Bye now.